I did kind of want to add my own little bit of trivia, something I do know about Puffy Amiyumi and their sort of American producer or whatever, Andy Sturmer. So back in the 90s, he used to be in a band called Jellyfish. I think their biggest album or single or whatever was called Belly Button or something like that. But he does have connections to another video game franchise. The band Jellyfish was hired out to produce a song for the album White Knuckle Scorin', which, if you're not familiar, is this very strange Nintendo promotional album that was put out in like 92, 93, 94, somewhere in there. And they did really the only track that I know to be explicitly Nintendo related. It's called Ignorance is Bliss. It's this very interesting song. You may have seen a video of it on YouTube at some point, where it is King Koopa, Bowser Koopa, singing to Princess Toadstool, sort of berating her and sort of her saying she has sort of like this false image that she has generated. It's interesting, and you should consider looking it up at some point. So just going to want to bring things a little bit full circle there.
This is amazing. I'm going to get on YouTube right after this.
Yeah, it's a kind of an infamous song, and White Knuckle Scorin', of course, hasn't really been re-released anywhere, but that's like there's even like a mini comic in there or something related to it, so did want to kind of mention that. I don't know if that played any part in any of this, but...
I love it.
Let's see. I don't know if this goes anywhere. The other thing I wanted to mention about the mood of the movie is I kind of feel bad for Mew at the end of the movie. It just has to stick around in that mountain and to stay there because there's a symbiotic relationship. And it has all these toys it's collected or whatever from like the people who are in the area, I guess, because it has it gets Aaron's gloves. But it also gets, what else, like this weird blow toy with Shuckle and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
I do. And then they say, well, we don't want us to become a tourist trap, so Mew's going to be kind of lonely.
Yeah, and it has to, like, kidnap people to hang out with. Like, I don't know why the native Pokemon of the mountain aren't enough to keep it friendly.
Kind of lonely being a legendary Pokemon, I guess, or mythical, I guess Mew's category Mew kind of falls into. They kind of separate that out these days.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of interesting, because on the one hand, Mew can, it seems, leave the mountain, but it doesn't look like it can go especially far. Like, and again, assuming it's not the same Mew we saw in the first movie.
Which I believe it is not considered to be. I know the Mewtwo we see in Genesect is not the same Mewtwo. Right,
yeah, and, like, they are kind of in the same geographical area, but likely not the same. I don't know, a lot of things in this movie are sad and uncomfortable, and for me, anger-inducing. Pikachu.
But I did want to put that on the record as sort of like, I feel kind of bad for Mew there at the end. It's like, it's got to stick around with all those little toys and just kind of hang out in the area, and that's for eternity, potentially. It could even be the same Mew from the start of the thing. It could be immortal. That's...
I know. We don't know how long this particular Mew lives, or how... Gosh, yeah, if it's the same one that's been there since Sir Aaron, oh gosh. Like, we're talking, 1,000 years?
Yeesh. Anyway.
Several hundred?
Maybe it's good. Yeah, this is the darkest Pokemon movie. Yep.
It's definitely winning a couple prizes in that department. Like, gosh, Ash nearly dies twice. Like, poor Pikachu. I hate him in this movie, but I also feel a little bad for him because...
What don't you like? I didn't quite get that. That he doesn't try to find Ash sooner, or...
I'm a little upset that it took him... Well, that he could not get himself down off the mountain and didn't make an effort. Like, first of all, he didn't show any signs of, like, being concerned about what Ash would think. Because, like, for all he knows, Ash thinks he's dead. Or, captured by Team Rocket or whatever. But, like, it didn't occur to him until, like, late at night that he's like, oh, maybe I should try to get it back to Ash. Like, he was just, off chasing shiny things with Mew. And then it bothered me that once he did start thinking about Ash, he did not make any effort to get off the mountain himself, which is, like, it's easier for Pikachu to get down the mountain than it is for Ash to get up it, like being a Pokemon, and like Pikachu could have talked to any passing Pidgey, like, or, you know, sent a message back to Ash. Like, he didn't put up much of a fight arguing with Mew over, like, I need to get home. So there was that, like, just forgetting how the movie turned out, where, like, Ash actually died because Pikachu couldn't get his stupid butt off the mountain. But, like, just that Pikachu did not put in any effort to get back to Ash on his own kind of bothered me. That he just accepted that, like, I will be lost until Ash comes and finds me. Like, because again, Pikachu has no reason to believe that Ash even knows where he is. Like, Ash might go to Saffron City or Viridian City and try to knock on Giovanni's door or something, you know? Might start hunting down the Team Rocket balloon. Like, so that bothers me a lot. But at the same time, I do feel a little bad for Pikachu, because watching Ash nearly die twice is kind of rough. So.
All right. Well, I think that'll be an outtake or something there.
But I have deep feelings. Like, when I get to movie 8 on my podcast, we're going to be like an hour of Pikachu rage.
Interesting.
It's so bad.